Hello guys, Jeff is here again at Learn Digital Skills. Alright, so in today's tutorial we are going to be looking at some amazing tips and tricks in PowerPoint that we should know, and it's actually going to help us be able to use our PowerPoint or to design a presentation faster. Alright, so these tips are wonderful and helpful tips that we all should know in PowerPoint. Alright, so for those of you that are not actually using PowerPoint up to date in the software, you can actually try this using it on the web browser. Alright, so first I'm just going to be having my text and an image. Alright, so this is my text and my image. So what I want to do now is I want to create a design quickly instead of me to do the whole stuff from afresh. All I have to do now is to come over to design. When I tap on design, you see this designer or tap on design, then I'm going to get some design ideas that I can actually use for this presentation. So these are some wonderful design ideas that we can actually use in PowerPoint. You see them, there are so many of them. So maybe when we get to the one we actually want to use, you can just tap on it. Alright, so this is just the design idea. This is one of it, and one of the simple way, or I'll say helpful tip on how we can actually do this using PowerPoint. Alright, so now we are also going to be seeing how we can use any color from our design, maybe from the image we imported, how we can use the color. Now let's take for instance, I want to use this color on this text right here. So all I have to do now is to move over to colors. This is my text color or the font color. Then I come to eyedropper, and then I come here to pick the color I wish to use. Now let's say this is it, then I tap on it, and then this is it here. It has been inserted here. So this is just how we can actually pick a color for any picture or an image we have imported into PowerPoint. Alright, so we have another trick that we are going to be discussing about, which is the morph transition. Now, how can we actually make use of the morph transition? So first, what you just have to do now is to duplicate the slide URL. So I'll be duplicating it. So get another good. Now after duplicating this slide, I'll click on the second one here and move over to my transition, and then I'll click on morph transition. Good. So I'll just have to move this to where I want it to be. Can move this one here, this one here, and then this text here, I'll take it up here. Good. All right. So now let's see how it goes. Good. So this is just how we can actually move about with our morph transition in PowerPoint. Alright, so let's now discuss about aligning. When it comes to aligning, how can we now do the aligning? What I mean by aligning is, for instance, we're trying to move this giraffe, for instance, to the middle of this, but we need a grid line that is actually going to show us, okay, we're at the middle or not. So this is what we're going to do now. I'll move over to view. I'll click on view. Then I'll click on grid lines. This is it right here. We have grid lines, we have rulers and guides. So I'll be using the grid lines. Good. Then when I click on this and I move it with the line here, it's going to actually help me to find the middle of my design. So that is just basically more for the grid lines. Alright, so I'm going to show you now how you can actually rearrange. If for instance, and maybe we want root, which is this right here, you want it to be at the top of this. All you have to do here now in PowerPoint is to highlight it, hold your Alt and your Shift, then you use your arrow key to push it up. Good. Now, how about the serum? Let's say I want it to be before Amina. I hold my Alt and my Shift, and then I move it up, just like this in PowerPoint. Okay. Let's also see how we can duplicate either our text or an image in PowerPoint. Hold our control, click, hold, and drag it. And we've made a duplicate of this. The same thing with the image. You hold your control, click, and then you drag. Good. So this is how you can actually work with the duplicate in PowerPoint. Alright guys, so we've come to understand some of the little tips and tricks that is going to help us when we wish to understand PowerPoint and to make our work more easier. Alright guys, so if you would like to learn about AI PowerPoint presentation, definitely it's about using AI. So if you'd like to learn more about it, so just tap on the next video. That video is going to take us through the step which I'm going to put it for you guys right there. Okay, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, continue to share this video, and hit the like for more tutorials.